Hello. I actually just thought I would do a quick, or at least try and be quick, video. Mass make a few smaller journals, just one signature journals to give away as gifts for Christmas. I found some fabric I love. I will just show you one of the prototypes. In here, can you hear that? Is the Amazon packaging. This is the cover. This is the inside, so it will get, covered up a little bit. I figure this is gonna be the biggest paper that I use in my journal. So I wanted to make sure that what I had was going to be big enough. I left some extra room on the sides because when I fold it, make sure that everything is inside there. So anyway, then once I got this to the right size, I grabbed this fabric because of course that's what I wanted to use first. And I thought, uh-oh, it might show through. This will work for this side. That'll be great because nothing's gonna show through. But what on this side? So I thought, okay, I pulled this out. There was enough. It's going to fit. So what I did was I just laid the fabric out and I laid the Amazon packaging on top. And I made, with my scissors, a clip here and a clip here. And I then just tore it. And then I took this one and I laid it on top of this. And again, I just cut here and over here and I just ripped it. If you don't like the look of the frayed edges, you could use pinking shears. That'll prevent it from fraying. But if you notice, like, see this here? It's not frayed. I want it to be. So I'm gonna take these scissors. We got some fray anyway, as long as there's some. Then what I'm gonna do, just to hold this a little bit to the package while I'm getting it over to the sewing machine, because yeah, I'm gonna sew it on. I'm going to grab just some plain stick glue, not the expensive stuff, because really we're gonna sew it down and so it doesn't have to be good glue. But don't get it on the edges where you might be sewing. If you look, this is the one with the Amazon packaging. I ended up sewing 3 different stitches. I wanted to make sure this stayed in place. Now, the other thing is, if you don't have a sewing machine, you do not have to sew this. I would recommend grabbing some, oh, well, you're not gonna know what this is. Okay, this is a Sweet Sugar Belle cake icing doohickey. I don't decorate cakes, but it flows easier out of this, so I dumped this in there. You'd put glue all around here, and then some in here, and then I would actually use your finger tool and squish it around, and then place your fabric over it. But I'm gonna use this. Okay, I'll show you. I'm just gonna, a little bit like this. And because that is the one with the print, what I am going to do is lay this down first, upside down. I'm going to take the glue upside down and kind of center it, push it, turn it over, and okay, if you like to iron and you have an iron, you might want to iron your fabric first. Then we're going to turn it over. We're just going to give this side a little glue. And again, it's just really to hold the fabric in place a little bit while I'm sewing. Otherwise, it moves around on me. Now, you might not have that problem. Everybody's got their own issues, right? If you are someone who is a very good sewer, then you probably don't have the problem of your fabric moving around. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. And again, I'm going to sew my straight stitch, my zigzag stitch, and then I'm going to do my kind of worm stitch. Anyway, and then I'll be back. But before I do that, I wanted to show you what I decided to do inside of these. If you don't have Amazon packaging, okay, let me show you something. It is a 12 by 12 thick, kind of. Not your real thin craft paper. It's the thicker stuff. And I just found that I have quite a few pieces. I did not use this one in there, but I did 2 with some others that I'll just never use. I don't like them. So I'm repurposing these instead of throwing them in the burn barrel, right? So you could use craft paper. You could use envelopes. Oh, cereal boxes. When you're done with your cereal boxes, just cut them down one side and at the bottom and lay them flat, store them for later. You could totally use it for this. So for this, I actually had to cut it because mine, in case you're wondering, let's get my ruler. These are about 10 inches by about 7-ish inches this way. Mainly because, again, this was my biggest paper. And I wanted to make sure when I got the signature in there, it was not going to peek out any sides, right? So this here just needs to be bigger than your biggest piece of paper. I did not use this. I just eyeballed it. Okay, I'm going to go sew this and I'll be back. We have this. So now we need papers to go inside. I just chose some paper, all different sizes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pages to put together. Okay, so I've got all my papers together. We are going to need an awl to poke our holes so we can sew our signature in. And I'm going to need a needle. Okay, we're going to use this one. Here's my pages. So they'll go in like this. We are going to need something to sew the signature in. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this embroidery thread. But you can go to the Dollar Tree and you can get, I think there's a package of 2. Yeah, 2 or 3. And then you also can get this bookbinders stuff. And this one, you can go on Amazon. You can actually get this thread is waxed, which is kind of cool. I just decided today, for now, I'm going to use this one. The amount we're going to need... So that's going to go in there. 3 times the height of our journal. So we're going to start it at the end there, at the top, and go to the bottom once, twice, 3 times. Will we make it without a knot? Yes, 3 times. Now my big mess, I'm just going to set aside because it's a mess. I'm going to ignore it. I do need these to help. Anybody else have to use these when threading a needle? Because, wow, I do all of a sudden. And yes, first try. That doesn't happen very often. Our thread and our needle is ready. And I'm going to use this gigantic paper clip. Okay, so I'm going to do that to hold it together. And then I want to make sure this is right side up. And then make sure this is going to be right side up. Yeah. Okay. So now we can do this. Make sure it's in there even. And I'm now going to attempt to clip it to the book. Okay. There we go. It is definitely easier when it's not Amazon packaging to do this. At least for me, I don't know why. So I'm going to take this right in the center. I'm going to kind of close it up, turn it upside down, and I'm going to be careful. And I'm actually going to push my awl in there quite a ways to make a big enough hole that I can see it on this side. And then before I take this out, and this is just how I do it with Amazon packaging, it seems to make my life easier. I know there's better ways. I'm gonna get this ready because as soon as I pull this out, I'm pushing my needle through, right? And that's gonna hold me there while I make 2 more holes. Pull that out, holding it still. I'm gonna come through. Okay, that's through. Now we'll make the last hole. Find my needle and so I have the basics down. I've got the papers. I've got the cover. I need to go and I need to put the papers in the other ones that I've put together.